Hi guys, today I thought I would be talking to you about, or telling you about why I don't shave. This is one of the questions that I get asked a lot from family, from friends, from new potential partners, from everyone and in between. My biggest question to society right now is, why do we put so many labels on women? Why do I have to shave? Why do I have to have long hair? Why do I have to wear makeup? Why can't I show off my body a little bit? Like, why is wearing a crop top so bad? All these questions are constantly in my head, and even since I was like a little girl, which kind of takes us into this video. To fully explain why I don't shave, I guess I gotta go back a few years to meet about 12-year-old Cora. When I was 12, or when I was in 5th grade, it was about the time, all the girls started shaving, and all the girls wore bras even though we had nothing to put in them. And I, of course, wanted to do the same thing that all the other girls did, and so I told my mom that I wanted to shave, start shaving my legs. And she was like, okay, I guess. And she like made me put it off, because I remember like really wanting to for a long time and begging her for a long time, because I just wanted to do what everybody else was doing, which is really natural and normal, and probably every person has gone through that, of course, like trying to conform to society. I started shaving my legs, and I think it was around 14, maybe like 13 and a half, I don't know, I'm gonna say 14, I decided that I no longer wanted to shave my legs. And this probably came about because I was going to primitive skills gatherings with my mom, which are kind of like, they're not necessarily what you would think of it. It's not like a festival. They have like music, they have people playing music, but it's not anything like a music festival. And you take classes throughout the day learning different primitive skills. And so I was like, I've grown up in kind of two worlds. I've grown up in small town like world, and I have grown up in being around open-minded people, some people that don't have a house. Like, they just travel constantly. I've met people that live in a bus. I've met people that have no electricity, no running water, live completely off the grid. So I have met people of all different kinds by the age of like 13, 14. And so when I saw like these other women not shaving, I was like blown away that that was something I could do. And by seeing them do it, I was like, wow, I can be them. I can do that. And I totally have some people from those gatherings that I still are like some of the most inspiring, I guess. Like, I look up to them. I don't have a lot of women I look up to, I feel like, because I've grown up in this small town, but I got to have that through these gatherings. And so at around 14-ish, I stopped shaving, and I got a lot of backlash, or what, I think that's the same thing. I second guess myself on these videos, like every video I'm like, is that how you say that? Because I don't know. Anyway, so I got a lot of people telling me I was gross, telling me I was weird, telling me I was like a hippie in a bad way, and it really stressed my grandparents out. And luckily my mother, my rock of all rocks, she was completely there for me and supported my decision, and it was proud of me and all of those good things, which I am blessed for. And so I went through the teenage years not shaving, and I think that almost made them harder for me. I was going through a lot, and then it took me a long time to learn self-love, and self-love was the beginning of accepting myself for not shaving. So it was like I was stuck in between these two things. Not shaving because I wanted to be myself, and then wanting to shave because I was so embarrassed for being myself. So like, if I was in class, my arm was here, I would not raise my arm was here. If I went swimming, I wouldn't raise my arms. Like, they would be down at my side. Like, I would be in the water with my hand. Like, I couldn't. Like, I was too embarrassed for people to see my pits. And, like, for some reason my legs didn't have the same thing, but pits, like, no way. Like, no way. And so once I figured out self-love and once I got to that point, I was good and I was confident. I think that, like, when you're dating someone, you second guess your self-worth so much more. And so when I was dating guys and not shaving, I was constantly paranoid that they thought I was gross, even though I know that they didn't. And I chose good guys and good boyfriends that supported me and didn't give me like crap that I didn't shave. But I had guys that were like, that's gross, or no, I'm not going to date you because of that. I had a guy break up with me because of it. Like, it was real. It wasn't something that I was just completely making up. And so first I had to get good with myself, and then I had to get good with the fact that F anybody who tells me that myself is not good enough or not what they want, like, then they're not what I want. Like, that's where I had to get. And I feel like so many girls are growing up with not being taught that. We're not being taught that if a guy doesn't like who you are and what you are naturally and what you feel comfortable being, then he's not worth it. Like, no guy is worth you changing. You are gifted with this life, blessed with this life by whatever God, whatever spiritual being, whatever higher power, or none of it. You are blessed by just the fact that you were blessed to be here, no matter what you believe in. You're lucky to be here. And I think that if we remember that, like, we were born to be who we are, and so many things had to happen to be able to make us, like, be alive. Like, our parents had to get together. Our grandparents had to get together before that to make our parents, to make us. Like, it just took so much, literally so much, for us to be here. And we get lost in the everyday of, like, everyday things that we're going through, and we forget how lucky we are. And so if we just remember and think to ourselves, like, damn, I was born this way, remember that you are who you are, and it doesn't changing isn't gonna make, it's not gonna make you happy, and it's gonna make this other person temporarily happy, and then you're just gonna be sad, and then you guys are probably gonna break up, and if you don't break up, then you're gonna be stuck in a long-term relationship with someone that doesn't like who you truly are. So once I figured all of that out and continued to think that way, because that took a little bit, then I was able to completely be good with myself. And now I wear all the tank tops, all the crop tops, all the shorts, you know, and I don't even think twice about it. And even though I've been, you know, my grandparents have told me I'm like, well, people in my family, not just my grandparents, people in my family have told me that I am gross and disgusting and that I'll never find a man and all of these terrible things. Even though I know they love me and they're trying to tell me, like, to help me, like, it's still wrong. But anyway, even though I've dealt with so many people, other people's opinions, I've still been able to, like, stay strong and be able to be who I am today, hairy pits and all. And I'm happy and I love it and I see myself as beautiful. Someone once asked me, how can you see yourself as beautiful? Well, fuck, how do you see yourself as beautiful? Like, ask, like, what? No, like, this is who I am. This is who I am. So, you know, I came into recording this video because I was like, hey, people are interested in that and asked me that question, but I'm glad this video kind of turned into something more of me kind of talking about loving yourself, because that is, like, women, the views of women and the views that we put on ourselves are so intense in society right now. And social media is just, I know I did my video on why I took a break from social media, and this is, like, part of it, because social media is so, it just pounds things into our brains and cements them there. And young girls, me included, when I was 12, I had Instagram when I was 12. I grew up seeing all of these things and hearing all of these things, and it got ingrained in my head, and it took years of conscious, continuous effort to get them out, and still working on getting them out, and still trying to make sure they don't get back in. And I think that it's really important to remember to just check in with yourself. And why are you really doing this? Are you doing this for yourself? Are you being yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you shaving because you want to shave? Because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying shaving is wrong. Like, if that's what makes you happy, if that's what puts you in a good place, then do it, dude. Like, do you. Like, really, like, that is such a good saying. Like, you do you. You know, like, oh, it's almost becoming a trendy thing for some famous people to not shave now. And it's like we have so many, like, conflicting things happening right now, which is good. Like, we're pushing the limits a little bit. Celebrities are, and that's good, but it can get really confusing for young girls and any girl, any woman, any person, honestly, male or female, because how we hold men, like how we view men and how we hold them up, like they have to be a certain way too, like that's just as wrong. And I'm rambling, but my point is love yourself before you let other people in and get a chance to play with your head, to play with, like, your thoughts, because you are what comes first, and your health and your mental health and all of those things are so very important. I hope that this video was what some people expected. It's probably way too long. That's okay. I spoke from the heart and got out what I feel I needed to get out. So, yeah. Peace and love. Have a good day.